Alright guys, so here's the issue with this. If I blow this motor up, I don't care. I'll put a new motor in it. This is the truck I just got, of course. And there's the ABS light. So I can't figure out the ABS light. That's confusing the heck out of me. So ABS light is saying something about communication fault or contact fault or something of that nature, and I'll get that figured out. I'm not worried about it. The check engine light is on because there is a how did it say it? It was really weird. Cylinder 3 contribution balancing fault, or balancing contribution fault. So the injector could be bad, piston could be bad. I mean, there's a plethora of issues. Hell, the head gasket could be blown, and you know, it's just that bad in that general area. But I mean, I'm not sending out any smoke. There's no smoke coming out of the tailpipe. So I mean, I'm not guessing coolant in the oil. I mean, first off, listen to that aviator. It sounds like a freaking jet engine. I mean, I see what everyone means. That is just freaking awesome. But if you listen to the engine, you can hear it missing. I mean, just listen to it right here. And actually, cylinder 3 is actually on the other side. It's actually over here. So if you heard that, it sounds like a clicking. Whereas over here, you don't have that. So I'm wondering if the piston is bad. I honestly don't know. And like I said, I'm not getting any smoke out of the back. Now, I know a bad piston probably won't cause any smoking issues, but I do know that someone was saying if your injector is leaking, you know, all the unburnt fuel can cause hydrolock, which I don't have. But I'm wondering if it did hydrolock in the past, someone continued driving it, and this is what's going on. Maybe the piston rod's bent. I have no freaking clue. I know I can start with the wiring, you know, check out, make sure it's not frayed, broken, because I did see some mouse droppings under the hood, so I'm wondering if maybe they got in there and chewed up some of the wires. Gonna have to look into that. But I mean, this thing fired up without an issue. I mean, it fired up immediately. It didn't struggle. It didn't have an uneven sound to it while it was trying to start. I mean, it just fired up instantly. So, you know, I'm wondering, could it be just a wiring issue? Could it be just an injector issue? You know, I'm wondering if I can put, well, no, it wouldn't make any sense to put an ohm meter on the wires for the harness, because the harness just simply means it's getting power. That doesn't mean that the injector is sending fuel into that that cylinder exactly. So it doesn't matter if it's getting power on the outside. It matters is the injector firing like it's supposed to, which it may not be. I mean, this thing is shaking a little bit. Not bad. Not bad, but I mean, hell, like I said, at work, there's an F650, and it also has this, it has the exact same engine, and has the same, there's a sticker on that side of the valve cover that says 2006 60, you know, the 200 or 325 horsepower, 500 and some odd torque. I mean, it's an information sticker. It's the same as the one at work. And the one at work, I mean, it shakes bad. Like, this is nothing. And the thing is, the one at work sounds worse than this, but it accelerates a little bit better. Whereas this just has really sluggish acceleration. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have to dabble a little further into it. I'm probably going to get my scanner and connect back up to it, see what I can get. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get the scanner and we'll both look at this. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back. I grabbed my scanner and I booted it up. I didn't want you guys to have to wait through the whole thing, but as you can see, alternator's great. If it'll focus, there we go. So as you can see, it's right there on 14, or you know, it's going a little bit above it. So alternator's just fine. Let's see here. Let's do diagnose. And let's see. Manual select vehicle. It's a Ford. We're going to go all the way down to F series, and this is a 6.0. Yep, direct turbo or direct injection turbo. This is an 06. Yes. Alright, so let's do health reports first. So this thing has 9 faults in the PCM. So here it is right here, PO 269, cylinder 3 contribution balance. We've got an EGR, 2 EGR codes. The thing is, it's got an EGR delete on it. That's the weird part. But anyway, let's see here. And then you've got 1, 4, 5, 6, and 7 glow plug issues. And then, of course, the system readiness test is incomplete. PCM and RCM are normal. Abnormal wheel sensor input circuit loss or signal lost. So I'm guessing that's one of the 2 wheels. If this was made just like the 7.3 over there, you're gonna have an ABS sensor on the front, both of the front wheels, and then you're gonna have one on the diff. So if this one's made the same way, this is probably just one of the sensors that's on the wheels, so I'm not worried about that. I'll figure that out later. Let's see here, system selection. We want to go into the PCM, and it's starting to rain. Let's close this. So this is going to take a little while to boot up. Yeah, it's not Auto Ingenuity, and it's not the other one that everyone gives high praise to. Read data stream. There's Auto Ingenuity, and then there's another one, and I can't remember which one it is. But this launch, you know, does pretty well. So I am going to check the battery voltage, camshaft position sensor status. I want to make sure that's there. Let's see here. I do want to check for misfires, or number of misfires on all cylinders. Let's see here. Let's just go ahead and entertain the EGR codes. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's do that one. Let's check the FICM as well. Fuel level. Fuel pump. Let's see here. I've already checked the injector control valve. Everything's good there. Let's see here. Alright. So let's give these a try. So we're sitting at 13.8, 13.7 voltage. No error with the CPS, so that's good. And the camshaft and crankshaft are synchronized, so that's good. See, it's not showing any misfires on any of the cylinders. That's the weird part. And as you can see, EGR difference between commanded and actual 99.2. I don't know if that red is good or bad. Let's see here. So everything's looking pretty decent so far. 14 volts power fused from FICM. Let's see here. Main internal injector power is 47, which I was doing some research, and supposedly that's good. That's good to have 47, 48 volts. So that looks good. Fuel level is 20%. Fuel pump on. Well, I'd like for it to be on. See, fuel pump monitor is on. The turbocharger is varying. Status no error. 61, 62%. There's no water in the fuel, and that's it. So see, that's why I'm wondering if it's not detecting a misfire. If you go here, here's number 3. So if it's not saying there's a misfire there, it kind of makes me wonder if it could be either a head gasket issue or if it is a, what do you call it? If it's not a head gasket issue, what if it's a piston issue? Someone was saying unplug the number 3 injector and then start the vehicle back up and see if you have the same problem. Which I may do that. Let's see here. But yeah, other than that, I mean, everything with the truck, it just shows that it was neglected. You know, like this little deal right here, you know, a little piece was broken off so it doesn't close. I opened it all the way up to see if I could replace just that. Because I think it's pretty dumb to have to replace the whole dash just for that one piece. So I'm wondering if this piece can come off and replace it. This doesn't work, I don't think. I mean, unless it works only when you plug it in. So, I mean, that probably does work. Blower motor doesn't work. I think I already mentioned that in my last video. So, I am getting a new blower motor for it. That's all it needs. It's just the blower motor, and then because the AC works. It's pretty cold. You just have to be up to speed for air to circulate through the vents. But I mean, if you look at the idle, like it's not doing anything. You know, it's not up and down. You know, it doesn't have erratic idling. You know, temperature of the truck's starting to warm up, as you can see there. You know, but the thing that concerns me is this turbo PSI. So I'm going to step on the accelerator, but that needle's not going to move very much. So that kind of makes me wonder, is the turbo jacked up? Is the, could it be the up pipes that are messed up? You know, I know that it's common for the up pipes on here to mess up. Now, I just put up pipes on that truck a few months ago, and it was not that bad of a job. It was actually very easy. So I'll probably just order some up pipes for this truck because they could have a crack in the up pipes. That could be an issue, but I mean, that wouldn't cause... it's almost acting like a boost leak, because I know when the charge pipe kept popping off of this until I got it figured out, the old hairspray trick, it does work, trust me. Anyway, so the pipe, when the charge pipe would come off of here, that thing would fall on its face. That 7.3 would not move to save its life. Now, no, I wouldn't get a check engine light. The check engine light rarely comes on those trucks. But this truck right here, it's kind of like the same thing. It's like it doesn't want to go anywhere. No matter how hard you put your foot down, it doesn't go anywhere. It just slowly builds up speed. I mean, you'd be better to get out and run beside the vehicle. And, that's kind of what I remember with this when that boost pipe would come off. So I noticed that one of the boost pipes on here are plastic, which is weird. Why would you have a plastic boost pipe? One's metal, which I'm assuming that's the hot side, and then the plastic side has to be the cold side, because, I mean, if you get plastic too hot, it's going to melt. You don't want that sucking up into your turbo, into your engine, any of that. So that plastic one's got to be the cold side, but I'd rather it be metal. That makes no sense for a charge pipe on a vehicle to be plastic. But anyway, and it could be cracked. I haven't pulled that pipe off and looked at it. I've just got a set on my watch list. I just basically went over this truck yesterday after I made the video to see what all this truck possibly needs, aesthetically and mechanically. And, so far from what I can tell, You know, it's going to need a lot more cosmetic-wise and aesthetic-wise than it will mechanically. Because like I said, if this engine decides to take a dump, I will just put another engine in here. These 6.0 engines are not expensive. 7.3 engines, that's a different ball game. And the same goes for the transmissions on these trucks. These transmissions are not that expensive, whereas if you were to get a transmission rebuilt or, you know, like a stage 1, stage 2, you're looking at like $2,500, and I've seen them as high as $5,000. So, especially if you start looking at those Jasper engines. But like these transmissions here, I could get a good used transmission like $1,500, $2,000, you know, and around the same for the engine, you know, actually less than that. I've seen some engines that are studded and deleted, and they only want like $800 for it. I mean, it could be something wrong with the engine. You know, you never know what you're going to get unless you get it from a reputable dealer or a reputable source. But, I mean, I'd take a chance on $800 for an engine, because while it's out of the truck, I can tear it down, look it over, put it back together, stick it in there, and I know it's going to fire up and run right. But the 6.0s, I'm doing more and more research on them. I was doing research on these 6.0s before I decided, hey, should I get another 7.3 or should I try my hand at a 6.0? The 6.0 is not as hair-pulling madness as people lead you to believe they are. They're not that bad. It's just a matter of comprehending what you're doing it right, and don't bitch about it. Something breaking or failing if you get out there and you put your foot all the way down on the floor just so you can impress people. You know, that's just not how life works. You know, if you drive it sensibly, it's gonna last you. If you drive it like, I mean, think about it. Race cars the engines have to be rebuilt after every race. And the reason why is because those motors and transmissions are pushed hard. So they meticulously go over the entire drivetrain. It's not just the engine. They go over the engine, transmission, differential, shocks. I mean, it's an entire team that goes, usually it's an entire team that goes through that entire vehicle and makes sure everything is working properly, because it is driven hard. Well, if you drive a vehicle hard, you know, this isn't a video game where it's just going to magically be fixed at the next game scene. That's just not how it works. You know, you put wear and tear on your vehicle every time you fire it up. I could be causing more damage just by letting this thing sit here and idle. Don't know, don't care. Like I said, the 6.0 it's not as hard to work on as people say it is. And if you do it right, you'll have you a good vehicle. But anyway, I'm going to hop on off of here, and I'm actually going to try and pull the harness for the number 3 and see if it makes it worse. If it does, I'll make a video. If it doesn't, I'm not. I'll probably just mention it on the next video I make. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Later, Gators.